If you are moving or planning to move to Calgary or just want to become more familiar with the city, here are 6 things that you need to know to understand what this great city has to offer. Hello, I am Scott Glover with Real Broker in the Redline Real Estate Group, and I am a real estate specialist here in the Calgary area. If you'd like to know more about Calgary or any of our surrounding areas, or are looking to relocate here, feel free to reach out via my contact information in the description below. You can text me, email me, or you can book a Zoom call with me via my calendar link. So point number 1 is the weather. If you are relocating here to Calgary, chances are you want to know what the weather is going to be like in the wintertime. Well, in my opinion, winters here aren't as bad as they can be portrayed. Temperatures here average between -10 to -20 degrees, but we will experience cold snaps where temperatures dip below that. Now, Calgary is Canada's sunniest major city with an average of 333 sunshine days per year. Now, this amount of sun can make the winters more bearable, as the winter season can last for up to 6 months. Now, something to keep in mind if you are coming from a milder climate, we measure temperature here in the winter by the wind chill. Even a light wind can make things feel much colder. So if you check the weather and see it's -15 degrees Celsius, check to see if that includes the wind chill, because if it doesn't, it could feel a lot colder once you get outside. Now, one of the things Calgary is known for is Chinooks. This is where warm weather that's coming from the west dries out and cools over the mountains. And then that dry air warms back up as it travels down the east side of the mountain towards the prairies. Now, Chinooks can occur multiple times throughout the winter and can warm up temperatures by as much as 20 degrees in just a few hours. There are some side effects to Chinooks with the pressure changes, and some Calgarians that I've talked with experience migraines or headaches as they roll through. Now, summers here in Calgary can be absolutely beautiful. Temperatures can reach 20 degrees Celsius or better on average 55 days of the year. Now, if you're a gardener, know that June tends to be our rainiest month, and Calgary is in hardiness zone 3 and averages about 115 consecutive frost-free days from the end of May to mid-September. We tend to use May long as a guide to know when you're likely able to plant your annuals and most of your vegetables outside. Now, we have a saying here in Calgary: if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. And this just means that the weather can change fairly quickly, so make sure to keep an eye on the forecast and plan ahead. Point number 2 are activities and things to do. If you love nature and outdoor activities, Calgary is the perfect spot for you. Calgary has one of the largest urban pathways and park networks in the world, so clean parks and playgrounds are in abundance. No matter where you live in the city, areas like Fish Creek Park, Nose Hill Park, Confederation Park, or Edworthy Park, just to name a few, are easily accessible. Mountain adventures are also close by, with the towns of Canmore and Banff about an hour to the west. There you will find world-class hiking trails and sightseeing, great restaurants, and a ton of shopping. About an hour past that is Sunshine Village and Lake Louise, and they provide great skiing and snowboarding in the winter. To the northeast of the city is Drumheller, home to the Royal Tyrrell Museum, and more great hiking and sightseeing in the Hoodoos. Now, back in Calgary, there are activities like the Calgary Zoo, Telespark Science Center, Heritage Park, and Callaway Park for date nights or family adventures. And if you are a sports fanatic, you can enjoy watching the Flames play hockey or the Stampeders play football, not to mention a ton of other semi-pro and amateur sports. Now, we can't talk about things to do in Calgary and not mention the Calgary Stampede. It's the greatest outdoor show on earth. The 10 days in July when the Calgary Stampede is on, this city is electric and a really fun place to be. Make sure to map out one of the many Stampede breakfasts and make it a priority to check out the grounds. Also, as the 3rd most diverse major city in Canada, Calgary is known for its year-round festival scene. There are plenty of great events like the Lilac Festival, Globe Fest, Curry Fest, the International Calgary Film Festival, and the Taste of Calgary, which highlight the thriving arts and culture scene here. So point number 3 is the cost of living. Calgary has the lowest cost of living of the 5 major Canadian cities and the 2nd most affordable housing market of the major Canadian cities, behind only Edmonton. As of June 30th, Calgary's benchmark price was just over $548,000, while Edmonton was about $376,000. Outside of the province, Greater Vancouver was at $1.2 million and Greater Toronto was at $1.17 million. So you can see how much more affordable Alberta housing is versus the GVA and the GTA. Now, the same thing applies to the rental market. Calgarians are paying on average $1,800 a month for a 2-bedroom unit, $700 a month less than Toronto, and $1,800 a month less than Vancouver. That number blows my mind. In addition to lower housing costs, there is also no provincial sales tax or land transfer tax, meaning you not only pay less when buying a home, but you also pay less on your day-to-day purchases. And according to the 2021 StatsCan census, at $107,000, Calgary has the highest median household after-tax income in Canada. So on average, Albertans not only earn more, but they also pay less than other major areas in the country. Point number 4 is transportation. Calgary is a big city and is fairly spread out, so while there are various transportation options in the city and some walkable communities, Calgary is known as a driving city, so you will likely need a car. With more people moving to Calgary, the traffic volume has increased, but with the addition of Stony Trail Ring Road around the city, it is helping keep congestion light compared to other major cities. The Ring Road is almost complete, with the final northwest segment scheduled to be finished in 2024. As for commute times, I live in the very south end of the city, and it takes me about 35 minutes or so to get to the north end and about 20 minutes or so to get downtown. Now this is with no traffic, so I would add about 10 to 15 minutes for traveling during rush hour or if you happen to hit an accident or construction. For public transportation, Calgary offers a combination of train, bus, and special services to help Calgarians get around the city. The train, or LRT, is often referred to as the C train, and it runs entirely on wind-generated electricity. It currently covers about 59 kilometers of the city and is projected to extend to 79 kilometers when the Green Line is completed. If you are exploring downtown, you can enjoy the C train for free in the TD free fare zone along 7th Avenue. In Calgary, there are also 169 bus routes, community shuttle buses, and shared ride door-to-door transportation service for Calgarians with disabilities called Access Calgary. Now, if you don't have a car, there are taxi and rideshare options available. We have a company called Commune Auto, which is an Alberta-wide car share program with a variety of fleet vehicles available for rent. Plus, we also have Lyft and Uber, which are available in Calgary as of July 2023. Now, if you happen to be downtown and are looking for something a little bit more exciting, there are shared e-scooters and e-bikes to help with shorter commutes. And to top all that off, Calgary has an international airport that is ranked in the top 100 in the world. From here, you will have access to a large network of domestic, US, and international destinations. Point number 5 is safety. Now, safety is a large priority for anyone looking for somewhere to live, but especially in a new city. Newcomers can rest easy as Calgary is known as a safe, low-crime, clean and healthy city. The crime rate in Calgary has steadily decreased between 2016 and 2021, with a 15% reduction in overall crime violations since 2018. This is all according to a StatsCan report, which I will link below. Now, with any city, there will be areas where crime is higher than others, and if you are relocating to Calgary and would like to review what those areas are, my contact information is in the description. As you can see, the city of Calgary has a lot to offer. In fact, in 2022, Calgary was named the world's 3rd most livable city by the Economist Intelligence Unit. So if you have any questions about what relocating to Calgary looks like, leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe and like button.